Y'all know what it is and who it is, huh? Fight Night Dex, Four Corners Boxing, and this is 15 rounds of boxing, bringing you another segment live from the studio with my boy Alfonso Blue behind the lens. Of course, we always got to shout out the team, Fight Night Mo, the Maniac, Uno, you know, 40 Central, Fight Night Fresh, Dollar Bill, Young, and all the affiliates. You know that we roll deep on Fight Night, city to city, state to state, baby. This is what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, boxing fans of all ages, let's talk about it. Like the Maniac would say, this Saturday, coming up, Danny Garcia returns to the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York for the 10th time. Danny Garcia, 13 years ago, started it up, baby. He opened up the Barclays Center, bringing championship boxing back to Brooklyn. And I don't even know how many years it was, but it was a long time. Danny Garcia on October 20th, 2012, which is about to be 13 years to the date because he fights October 18th next week, fought Eric Morales. He fought Eric Morales and he defended his WBA, WBC Ring Magazine championships in a quick one. He knocked Eric Morales out quick, fast, man. It was a rematch from their first battle where Danny won his first championship. Yes, the WBC championship that year. Later that year, he unified against Amir Khan in a fight where he was an underdog, in a fight on a night where everybody in the crib was like, X, I know that's your man. Yeah, you repping the Baldies, but he's going to get cooked. Amir Khan is too good. And Danny upset the apple that night. He was always the underdog. He was always being said of not being good enough, that he's going to get knocked out, that he really's a lucky punch. Danny proved and beat the odds many, many times. That's why I like Danny Garcia so much. Born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he holds a record of 37 victories, 21 by way of what? NyQuil. All 4 of those defeats come in championship fights. Danny didn't lose no tune-ups. Danny didn't lose on his way to the championship. He lost in championship fights. He was either defending the title or going after the title. Just to make that very clear. Danny Garcia popped it off again against Eric Morales, and then the following year he went up against Zab Judah. Crazy night of Barclay. Crazy night of action that night. I remember that one clearly because I was there for all 9 and will be there for the 10th as well. Danny fought Eric Morales. He fought Zab Judah. In the midst of that, he went to Puerto Rico. También, yes. Di que él no habla español, di que no es un boricua en verdad, nació en la isla, and all that sucker shit people be talking. He headlined in Puerto Rico as well. He beat Lucas Matiste in Las Vegas. Remember that one? Huh? You remember Atlantic City when Lucas Matiste knocked out Lamont Peterson and everybody was like, oh, X, he's gonna kill your boy. I was there on Showtime with Danny when they put the camera. He told everybody, I'm number 1, and people laughed. Yeah, well, guess what? Fight Night Dex and Four Corners took the trip to Las Vegas. That was the Canelo Mayweather undercard. Garcia and Matiste. Another upset. Danny broke Batiste's eye, dropped him, and took his O. Defended his championships. And he was a 3-1 underdog. So let me tell y'all this. Put 300 on Danny that night. Y'all do the math. You hear me? The money that I spent to go to Vegas for that fight, I came back with it. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. These are true stories, you hear me? From a true fight fan. Representing Team DSG. We always have, we always will. Danny came back, he fought Rob Salka. Remember that one, fight fans? Woo! Remember when he broke Rob Salka's neck? He spun him probably worse than he spun Eric Morales. Oh, man. I remember when he fought Lamont Peterson as well. That was when PBC took off. That was a fight on NBC. Great ratings. Danny always did great ratings. Danny always sold great tickets. Danny always gave you exciting fights. Like, you got your money's worth all around the board. He took care of Uncle Al at PBC, and Uncle Al took care of him in return. That night, though, shit, Philly and DC was getting it on, too. After the fight was over, Philly and DC got it shaking, you hear me? Like, Seriously. It was that type of shit. He also fought Paulie Malignaggi. That was 3 Barclay fights in a row. Salka, Peterson, and Paulie Malignaggi. 3 in a row at the Barclays Center. So what's that? That's Morales, Judah, Salka, Peterson, Malignaggi. That's 5 already. You hear me? We was there. I was there. Live and direct. Supporting Team DSG always. I tell y'all again. Fight Night X always ride with his guy. Then what? Danny relinquished his championships. He had moved up to 147 and he beat Robert Guerrero, capturing his 2nd WBC championship. He's a 2-division champion. Unified at 140. He was the king at 140, the number 1 guy. No one took his straps. He moved up to 47, beat Robert Guerrero, picked up the WBC. And did he return to Brooklyn then? No, I think he made a defense. And then he returned to Brooklyn against Keith Thurman. That was his 6th fight at Barclays Center. He returned against Keith Thurman. And let me tell you, again, another true story. I tell no lies. X always got your tickets on fight night. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. And on that night, it still stands as my record. I sold 101 tickets to that fight. Call Joe Barclay and ask him. I tell no lies. We got receipts. For real. Sold 101 tickets. That's how deep he was up in there. Had the whole section locked down. And Danny took his first L that night. Yeah. He lost the unification fight to Thurman, but ask Thurman who's the hardest puncher he ever faced. He gonna tell you Danny Garcia. Then he broke his elbow. Put him out the ring for a year after that. Shattered his elbow, man. In a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Thurman started hot. Danny closed out strong. Thurman got the decision. Copy heard you, no problem. Danny went on to knock out Brandon Rios and then fight Sean Porter. Again, another classic night at the Barclays Center. That's number 7. A classic night. Those were the sweet life days of the 4 corners at the Barclays, man. Ask about it. We got pictures and receipts. And Danny, let me tell you again, that's my 2nd record. We were 89 deep that night for that one. Had 2 suite rooms. And I met the mother of my child, baby Capri's mom, Melissa. So, listen, well, we met before that, but we hooked up that night and together for as long as we were. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Danny, you helped me win some championships in life as well. That's why I rock with Team DSG. You hear me? These are true stories. I tell no lies. Danny lost that fight. Also, a great fight, a great action-packed fight against Sean Porter. Nothing to hold your head too low about. Sean is another great fighter. He's also a 2-time welterweight champ. They got it shaking. Danny started off hot. Sean closed out strong, and he got the decision. But nevertheless, again, Danny only lost in championship fights. You know what I'm saying? After that, he returned to the Barclays Center against Ivan Radcash. He went up against Ivan Radcash right before the pandemic hit. Right before everything was shut down. January 2020. I remember that. Shit. Again, Danny hits hard. He hit so hard that Radcash bit him in that fight. Remember that one? Radcash bit him, bro. Danny kicked his ass up in the Barclays Center. Another great night of action where the team was rocking and rolling. And we took the trip to Dallas after that. When the pandemic, things started to open up that December of 2020, we took the trip to Dallas, Texas, when he went up against Errol Spence Jr., looking to recapture the welterweight championship again. Came up short. He lost the decision. But we was down there in Texas, man. It was a great atmosphere. And again, at 140 and at 147, Danny ain't never touched that floor. You hear me? Nobody even heard him. Honestly, I think Zab Judah might have been the most stung I ever seen Danny, because Zab was hitting him with them fast hands late in their fight. But Danny got 6 toes. He got an iron chin. He got a blockhead, man. You feel me? Boy gets it popping and he could take a shot. Danny ended up taking a long break from boxing, about a year and a half, and he returned for his 9th fight against Jose Benavidez, in which he made his debut at 154 pounds. Another great night of action that night. and an emotional one. An emotional one because Danny Garcia, at the end of the night, after a victory, he spoke on his battles with depression and anxiety. Listen, Danny Garcia has the championships. He has a beautiful family. He got the money. He got businesses, right? All the money, all the riches, all the fame, all the glory, and yet he's still suffering on the inside because it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure in life, man. Whatever the pressures is that you have against you. We all have them, right? And as men, and as a fighter, you're not supposed to show emotion or weakness and speak on those type of things. And he did. He opened up, and that was awesome. That was awesome. It took a lot of courage, and it goes to show that, you know, you could be winning in the eyes of many on national television with the lights get brightest, but deep down inside and at home, you don't know what's going on, you know? Danny never said anything close to being suicidal or wanting to take his life or getting on drugs and things like that. But depression does exist. It comes in all forms for many of us. Sometimes, you know, for some of us stronger than others. But let's fight. You hear me? Let's fight the good fight. Danny's always in support of it. From there, Danny took another layoff. About 2 years, almost. And he moved up to 160 pounds. He chased that Islandi Lara just last September. He went up against Lara for the middleweight championship, and he lost. He was stopped. He was dropped for the first time in his career. And you hear the talks. Danny gotta hang it up. It's over. He got nothing left. Man, listen, he always chased greatness. You can't knock a man that's going up, chasing greatness, chasing another division title, chasing that Hall of Fame. Danny says that he's Hall of Fame. Fight fans, do you think he's Hall of Fame? 2-division champion, king at 140, fought for the title at 160. It's a debate. It's a toss-up up there. I feel if he would have won a title at 154, boom, that was official there. Danny hits that Hall of Fame ballot easy and gets in. But we're going to find out when his time comes. And his time comes one more time next Saturday against Danny El Gallo Gonzalez. Danny versus Danny, huh? And you hear it. Yeah, this guy's going to be an easy win, easy touch for Danny. This, that, and the third. Listen, are you not entertained? Were you not entertained throughout his career? Peterson, Khan, Matiste, Judah, Lara, listen, Spence, Porter, Thurman, Hawley, you name them. He fought them in their prime at the right time. You feel me? Danny ducked no smoke. He gets busy. And I want to send one more big shout out to Angel Garcia, his dad. The foundation, the heart and soul behind the Garcia family. Listen, Angel beat the streets. Angel beat the prison system. Angel beat cancer. And he came home to raise a world champion.
I can respect that.
And a beautiful family, because Danny's sisters are successful as well. Very talented and moving forward with their music careers. Danny's brother's been in the corner as well. The assistant to Angel.
I psyched myself out and I psyched the spirit out. And I told the angel of death, get out of here, buddy. Today's not the night.
And yeah, the father-son duel doesn't always get praised in boxing. You know, people be like, we don't really like that combination. But it worked for them. When Angel was talking his shit and telling everybody, my son's gonna do this and my son's gonna win like this and my son, it was happening. And Ninjas was mad. They was hating. They try to mute Angel. You can't mute him though. Angel always gonna talk his shit. And he predicted it, and Danny made it come to life. So give that family a round of applause. Yes, salute the Angel Garcia, because if there's no Angel, then there's no Danny. And if he doesn't push Danny, then Danny isn't as successful as he has been in and out the ring. And through the wins and the losses, Danny never cut Angel off and said, I need a new trainer. No, they stood together and they riding this out till death do them part. So, as a Garcia fan, as a Danny Garcia fan, as a boxing fan, as a big fan of the Barclays Center on fight night, we're showing up one more time for the 10th And as Danny says, his final fight. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I feel Danny got a lot more fight left in him, and he'll return. But next Saturday, if you need some tickets, holla at X. I got those on deck for you. It's a stacked card. Dominic Dimes Crowder, Lefty Gonzalez, Gabe Rosado, Richard Comey, Nahir Albright gonna get it on. Macho Gonzalez is on the card. A lot of young gunners on this card, and Danny's giving them that slide time. Keith Cologne, you got Jersey, you got Baltimore, you got Philly, you got New York, you got Italianos, you got Boricuas, you got the Morenos, you got everybody that you want to see on this card. So show up, show support, and give Danny his respects one more time. Four Corners of Fight Night X, sure going. Baby.
Dedication.